gets scandalous. It's really getting scandalous.
If you thought the story that Taria Parker gave, as far as being shot through the stomach and the bullet going through her back, just let's take a look here at Angel Cologne. This guy takes the cake without a shadow of a doubt. This guy is even worse than Taria Parker, if that's possible. Let's take a listen to this phone call by Robin of How I See It, the World, when he calls Angel Cologne at the hospital down in Orlando, Florida. Take a listen to what he says here.
Well, first of all, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm getting better.
Are you?
Just, I'm now in rehab, so now I just gotta do physical therapy and all that stuff.
Wow.
But I gotta take it day by day.
Yeah, of course. So you're shot, I'm sorry, was it 2 times?
No, 6.
6?
Yeah.
Now take a listen closely what he says as far as where he was shot.
Oh my goodness, 6 times. But
Yeah, 6 times.
Where did they get you, or where did that guy get you?
My legs, my hip, my behind, and my hands as well.
Your hand?
Yep, my hand, my behind, and my hip too.
Your behind?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now Angel Cologne states he was shot 6 times. One thing I want to point out specifically, he says he was shot in his behind and his hand. Now, let's go over these specs once again with Omar Mateen, as I showed yesterday in that video with Taria Parker, where the supposed weapons were used were a Sig Sauer MCX semi-automatic rifle and a 9mm Glock 17 automatic semi-automatic pistol. Now, like I showed with this footage, let's take a look here at this AR-15 once again in action, very similar to the Sig Sauer MCX. Okay, I showed this again just for reference. Look at the damage it's doing to the cinder block wall. Now let's take a look at this modified Glock 17 with the extended magazine, as I shown again yesterday. Now let's take a look at this press conference with Angel Cologne. And again, how I stated before, they love a play on names with Angel Cologne. As in colon, they wheel him in this wheelchair. And for a guy that was supposedly shot on his behind, they have him sitting down here. And of course, this press conference was just days after the supposed shooting. This guy has the most amazing recovery with his behind recovered from this one of these 2 assault weapons. Give me a break. Let's take a look here as they wheel this piece of garbage up to the front of the podium. Now look, again, they say, or he stated, he was shot in the hand. He didn't specify which hand, but take a look as he uses both hands. One to adjust his collar, one to move the mic around. Give me a break. Moving the mic, adjusting his sleeve, adjusting his collar. Now take a look here. This is how they love to mock. Remember, these are just actors. Nobody shot, nobody hurt, nobody died, nobody was killed, of course. Now, every little thing they do, there is a reason with these devil horns. I mean, this is right in your face. It's instructed to do this as a form of mockery. People behind the scenes, these are Luciferians. They are Satanists. Believe it or not. They are deceivers. They are liars. Take a look here. Holding the cup. Doing the devil horn. Supposedly shot in the hand. Complete joke. Now let's take a look here for these devil horns. Let's take a look here at this interview from the hospital from Inside Edition where this cop, interesting enough, his name is Omar. Now look at this guy. He's wearing his shirt like he just went out to a nightclub. They wouldn't allow this. He'd be in hospital, basically hospital type clothing, not this dress shirt Take a look here. Of course, the hands. No problem with the hands whatsoever.
Hey, man. I need a big hug from you, man.
Now, there you go. There's your hand. There's your injured hand, or one of the supposed injured hands. I'm not sure, again, because they never stated, or he never stated which hand was injured.
I appreciate it.
Doesn't
This
matter.
hug helps
Take
them
a look.
both heal
Both
from the
hands.
horror.
So glad you're doing it. So glad you're alive, man.
This was the
Right.
first time
Prove
Orlando
it.
Pulse nightclub shooting survivor Angel Cologne
There he goes, rubbing with his left hand. Absolutely nothing wrong with his hands. These liars can't get their story straight. Again, the dress shirt.
brave officer that saved his life.
He came in and I just had a smile on her. It was just happiness.
Right.
I was so happy. I've been wanting to see the man that took me out of that horrible place.
Nice and slow.
Now, for a guy that was shot again in the hand,
There you go.
he's using his hand with this
Angel
walker.
was recovering from
Both
a broken
hands.
leg from being trampled and 3 gunshot wounds.
It was chaotic the moment, you know, because when I first saw him, I was face down, laying down on the floor. I could only move my arms and my head.
There you go, using his
So,
hands.
You know, I couldn't really, I just saw him.
No problem with his hands whatsoever. You freaking people come on my channel saying, oh, this was real. People really died, really got hurt. This guy supposedly went through surgery. The people that believe the media, that believe the news, they need brain surgery. Maybe a brain transplant to see what's taking place here. Because obviously your brain doesn't work, doesn't function properly, and see you're being lied to.
I just saw him, his size,
Yeah.
his glasses, so I'm like, just help me,
People
please.
died, right? Oh, sure, yeah.
Reuniting with Officer Omar Delgado pushes part of the pain away.
Just knowing that I helped assist.
This guy, he's a cop. He should arrest himself for lying, for being treasonous.
Assisted saving that man's life, and him thanking me. That's you can't put into words.
A fat piece of
You know,
garbage.
you only get one life, and I'm glad now he can be with his family.
And the power of prayer
Criminals.
from family to strangers gives these two the strength
Yeah.
to keep fighting after such tragedy.
Now we just have to keep moving forward. You know, everyone's saying Orlando's strong, and we are going to be strong. We're going
Give
to
me a break. Just like Boston strong. Boston fraud, Orlando fraud. See the chain of command here with the government, the police force, the media all working together to deceive the masses. And again, just more images of this piece of garbage, Angel Cologne. Taking a look here, shaking. Another piece of garbage here. One of these supposed doctors at the hospital during the press conference. Just more photos. This guy is loving the limelight here. Even this nurse, smiling on her face. This guy all smiles. Because he realizes, he knows his bank check, there's going to be that big fat deposit sent to his bank account. Just another image of the guy that was supposedly shot in the rear end. Sitting down, no problem whatsoever, no grimace. All smiles for a guy that's supposedly suffering, 6, traumatic bullet wounds from these semi-automatic weapons. Let's take a look here. This is just a movie, one I remember from back in the 80s. Just a movie, but more realistic than anything you'll see in the news. As far as what happens here with Rodney Dangerfield from Easy Money getting shot in the rear. And take a look at this. Again, more realistic than what happened with that piece of garbage, Angel Cologne.
No mood for you. In fact, there is no mood for you. Oh!
This is more realistic if someone being shot in the rear.
Nice.
Looks like there's almost Twin Towers in the back here. A little subliminal message.
Where is she?
This is great.
Now listen to this. I find this pretty interesting, pretty ironic with this hoax shooting in Orlando. Listen to what this girl says.
By the time you get out of the hospital, we'll have the money.
And there you go. He's still in the hospital, and he's already getting the money. No doubt about it. This Angel Cologne is like an American Idol reject. Couldn't make it on there. So this is his way of getting his 50 minutes of fame, plus cashing in. And again, anybody that believes this story, you need to get your head checked. Simple as that. This guy's a scandalous piece of garbage, just cashing in, an opportunist. It's a sad society that we live in, what people will do for money. And I don't know who I'm more upset with, the people pulling off the hoaxes or the masses that fall for it. It's beyond sad, and understand as well, this is all, again, leading up to something bigger, much bigger. Like I stated in previous videos, with a fake assassination with Donald Trump or Obama, with their scripted reality, possibly Trump might win the elections, these rigged elections, and he gets assassinated, this fake assassination, and Obama declares martial law and he remains president. Or it could be Obama with a fake assassination on him, and him with this supposed remarkable recovery, and he remains president. Just two likely scenarios. Once again, no one can predict the future with 100% accuracy. I'm not claiming it's 100% fact, but that's what I see potentially taking place. You know, once you understand our news and what we see on TV with Orlando is nothing but a fabrication leading to something, you'll understand, you'll get the big picture that this is all part of the script, this movie matrix taking place on TV, where there's a finale. It's all leading to something, and again, I believe it's going to all lead up to Obama being a third-term president, the last president of the United States.